Trying this with coffee this morning. I have to purge my demons. That's what I'm saying.
And with this, now we go.
All right. I don't want to make this a big thing. I just want to purge. I just want to exorcise the demons from my soul so that I can go about my day in a relatively good mood. I just want to talk about the stupid fucking New York Giants just for a little bit. Just for a minute. All right? Just so I can get this shit out of my fucking system. What's wrong with the Giants, man? Holy shit, they're sucking horrible. I'm going to start with the coach. The coach sucks, okay? And this is why he's lost me. He's lost me. This guy continues to coach the team he wants, not the team that he has. He has to look at the talent that's on his team, make adjustments accordingly, and make this crew work. And he's not doing that. He keeps on, calling plays and just putting together an offense for personnel he doesn't have. Specifically, the freaking quarterback, but whatever. The play calling is absolute garbage. I mean, last night is a perfect example about how the play call is garbage. Is in one specific instance, if I'm talking about it. Let's do a screen pass to Odell. Eagles were right there. The defense was all over it. I've got an idea. The very next play, let's go to a less talented wide receiver on the other side and do a screen pay on the same exact play on the fucking right. And that didn't work. Duh. But whatever. Also, he's got to learn that, dude, you don't do this to the media in New York. You don't point fingers and try to scold the media in New York. I mean, isn't it like, doesn't everybody know that you don't piss off people who buy ink by the barrel? What's the matter with you? He's going to get crucified. And if he continues to act like that much of an idiot in front of the frickin' press, then he's going to just get crucified. The New York, the back page of the New York Post and the Daily News, these reputable, these very reputable. They're going to make sure everybody knows how much of a moron he is if he continues to, taunt them. You don't fuck with the media in New York. You just don't do it. Okay, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that you don't do it. You just don't do it. Coughlin got that. Eli actually gets that because he's been in this league for so long, and he very, very rarely gives anybody a sound bite that you can actually use. So he's that's the one good thing that I can say about Eli right now. And you know what? Let's move on to Eli Manning. What's going on there? He's not very good. He's not good. He's not good for this offense, all right? He's not good for this offense. We need somebody like Aaron Rodgers or somebody like Russell Wilson who can just, pull crap out of their butt because the offensive line is broken down. He's like a statue back there. He is. I mean, all right, you ever watch The Bionic Man? If you were a kid, I mean, it's probably before a lot of people's times, but, he used to make the nose when he was running. Only he was going really fast on the show. Those were just the fucking noises he makes. Only that's Eli in real fucking time back there. Unfortunately, with this offensive line, you cannot move that slow. So I actually am in favor of yanking him out and putting somebody in there that can actually run around in the back. But what they do, they got rid of Davis Webb. They got rid of Davis Webb in favor of somebody who is 10 years older than him. I don't even know his name, and I don't think I'm supposed to. I don't think he's ever started a freaking NFL game, the guy who's the backup. So it's not even an option at this point. We are really, really, really forced to deal with Eli for the rest of the season. It is what it is. And you can ask my fucking friends, okay? I'm the kind of guy that was pulling for Kerry Collins back in the day, and everybody used to talk shit about Kerry Collins, but I'd be like, yeah, no, you know what? That's my quarterback, So I got to pull for this guy because I have to feel good about my quarterback, but over it. Done. We need a new quarterback. Maybe we lose the rest of our games and get lucky next year because it's obvious that this organization has not quite figured out how to put an offensive line together, even though I know that takes time, but it's just been going on for so long. And like I said, the coach is just completely clueless. He's had 5 games to try to put something together, and he really needs to start coaching the team he has instead of the team that he wants. That's enough about that. Anyway, offensive line is offensive. We know that's just, I could snore. I get bored hearing myself complain about the fucking offensive line just because it's just been going on for so fucking long. So fuck it, whatever. The defense, you know what? The defense doesn't look half bad, but the problem is they don't show up when it really counts. Okay, those 3rd and 5s, those 3rd and 7s, the 3rd down when that's the, you know what I mean. They get a good 1st and 2nd down, rush or sack or whatever and anything like that, and then they celebrate like they just won something. But 3rd down's not, that's when you celebrate. Okay, you celebrate after you stop them on 3rd down, and they had some good 3rd down stops last night. It wasn't like they didn't, but for the most part, they're giving up big plays on 3rd down. They're always giving up the first. They're always letting it first happen, or or they're committing penalties, which is another sign that the coach is not disciplining the team very well or not pulling that together. When teams commit a bunch of penalties, it's always a reflection on the coach that the fundamentals are not being drilled into their head enough during practices. So that's on him as well. All right. The only thing that the bright shining point in this stupid freaking season is Saquon Barkley, and I want to say that he's a curse. Okay, this year, Saquon Barkley is my curse, and the reason is because he's so amazingly good. The guy's like a magician. He's like supernatural. Some of the things that he did last night were absolutely unbelievable. So he's forced me to continue to watching these fucking idiots play football because I want to see what this guy does. He does something special with the football just about every single time he touches the damn thing. But he's the only one. He must have missed all the meetings that we sucked this year because he's the only one on the team that's decided to do something. I don't want to say anything about Odell. People can say he's an idiot. He can say that. He's just different. Give him a break. He deals with things differently than a lot of other players. Any other player deals with things. He just kind of he's just a different dude, you might say he's poison to the team or anything like that, but we don't really know what he's actually how much controversy he's calling. You only see what the media showcases, and the media always blows things out of proportion. The media always blows things out of proportion. So I don't know. Back on Eli again, though. Did anybody ever see The Replacements, that movie about the replacement players that came in for the 1987 walkout strike guys and everything like that? For some reason, I always think of that line that the Samoan, as the center, looked back at him after Martel crossed and came back in, and he got sacked a bunch of time, and one of the linemen looked back at him, and he was like, maybe you should try scrambling a bit. It's the thing that just sticks in my head. But anyway, so yeah, Saquon's my curse because I have to continue to watch these guys. I have to continue to watch these guys just because he does amazing things with a football. They were comparing him to Barry Sanders last night. And, that's a pretty accurate thing. And I actually thought that when I saw highlights of, before they drafted him, I was looking at highlights of his time with Penn State, and I was like, he's got some Barry, he actually does have some Barry qualities where, he jukes to the left and it moves his entire body 5 feet to the left to go forward, and, the jumping and all that other stuff. He's an incredible joy to watch. I lost my train of thought, but yeah, the one thing that, I heard the announcers comparing him to Barry Sanders, but they left out the most important part. Barry Sanders was on a shit team. That's another comparison, Barry Sanders was a shining light for the Detroit Lions, and nothing else was really, really great about that freaking team. They sucked. And here we are. Barry Sanders part 2, Great freaking running back on a fucking shit team. I just hope and pray that somebody gets it together somehow, and this kid's career doesn't get wasted on a horrible team. That's just my only wish. That's all I got to say about the Giants. I'm just trying to exercise the demons because I cannot tie my mood to this team. Can't do it. I need to have a good life. I need to have a good day. I just want to get all that crap out there. So I can't die. I can't do it. I used to live and die by the Giants, and everything was the very next day would be like, I'm just miserable. Giants lost. I can't do that. Come on now. It's a game. It's a fucking game. Can't tie my mood to this team. I can't tie my mood to this team. If I tied my mood to this team, I'd jump off a fucking bridge. But that's all I got. Be good to yourself. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else. Love you. Peace.